Our problems are weird. We need to stop dying in weird ways. You know, this is weird, that is weird. You know.
Well, we are 4 games into upset day at the NALCS Week 4. We've gotten 4 upsets so far. Hopefully Stunt won't be upset that I said that. Anyway, I'm joined right now by Stunt with coverage presented by OmniSlash to talk a little bit about their big win over 100 Thieves. So first off, do you think it's fair to categorize that game as an upset?
Yeah, I would say it was an upset considering how we played in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think we're just going to go uphill from here.
Yes. Well, obviously, big news is you guys have a full roster, everything you always wanted right now. Unfortunately, it's 4 weeks in instead of, the first week. But how's it been in Scrims? What do you think of, is this everything? You've solved it. It's good. You guys are now #1 in NALCS.
Yeah, so we definitely would have wished to have Fly earlier because losing can take a toll on everybody's kind of mentality. And so everybody's feeling down by the time Fly got here. Yeah. So he was coming into like a huge mess. Yeah. And when we were training with him in Korea, we were actually doing pretty well, like really well actually. And then after not playing with him for like a month, it re-acclimatizing, is that a word? Yeah. Re-acclimatizing to him took a while, and so our scrims didn't go too well. But I think winning scrims is kind of a trap anyways. Usually, like apparently C9 was losing scrims today, and they won today, and yeah. We were losing scrims this week, and we won too. Okay.
So it's really just the inverse.
Yeah, losing is learning.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, right? Is that like maybe that is the case when you spend a whole week losing, you identify your problems. When you're winning, it's probably hard to grow from that, right?
Yeah. I can agree with that. Yeah.
All right, so but where do you think this new FlyQuest is in the standings? Like, let's say just power rankings from today, where would you put yourself?
So I think best of ones does matter, and I think in a best of one we could take games off most people, but I still think like C9 and TSM and stuff are still like playing super well in scrims and have the chance to beat us in like a best of 3. So we're just trying to get better and better, and hopefully we get to like top tier form. Yeah.
What do you think of the fact that it has been a day of upsets? Because I think normally by this point in time in the LCS, we start to see everything like, all right, the same guys filter up to the top, and then you can kind of predict the game a lot easier. Today, everything went out the window. Why do you think that is?
I think it has a lot to do with LCS getting a lot better overall. Like a lot of the weaker players slowly get filtered out over time as teams have like a lot more money. You can just throw it at all the top players and create these like super team rosters. And it really comes down to who can mesh well together and communicate well. Because I think everybody has the individual skill ceiling.
Yeah. What do you think of 100 Thieves after your match against them?
I was watching a lot of their VODs before the match, and I was kind of scared, honestly. They were playing like around objectives and team fighting, and I think we kind of, I don't want to say got lucky, but we definitely got a comp which was easy to pull off, and we pulled it off. Yeah.
Okay, how long, now that you've got this roster, and you said things are still settling, you're still reclimatizing, I believe, was the term that you used. Hopefully it's a word. I said it was. Yeah, it'd look bad for both of us if it isn't. How long until you guys hit that level of peak performance for this team?
So we kind of had like last night we just had this like complete breakdown meeting where we were like, we suck. Like we should just talk about all of our problems and try to solve it right now. Yeah. And so you
did. And they won. That's great.
We talked for like a few hours, and I think we're like, we can't fix this all right now. We should take it one at a time. Like, what's our biggest problem? Let's fix that right now. And then I think if we go through that list and kind of conquer each problem, I think we'll be good.
Okay. Very cool. Have you talked to Fly? It's got to be interesting to be Fly, right? Like, you get in, and like at the end of your first week of scrims where you've been losing a ton, you sit down in a meeting right before your first game, and you're like, everyone's just like, wow, we suck. This guy's like, can I go back? Like, how does this? But, have you talked to him? What is his sort of, feeling on the team right now?
So Fly's personality is kind of like DGAF. He's just like, he'll be really blunt about everything. He's like, we suck. And then if we're having problems, he's just like, this is the problem. We don't need to talk any further. So he's kind of really funny and blunt about everything. And he likes to take like I think he'd take it as like a funny side. So I think he isn't taking it too harshly.
Sure. And do you Is it nice to have that? I imagine his perspective is very different, right? So maybe he can help identify things that the rest of the team hasn't, or is that not really the way it's playing?
Well, a phrase he likes to use a lot is "our problems are weird." He's like,
Okay.
"Our problems are weird. We need to stop dying in weird ways. You know, this is weird, that's weird. you know, so maybe not.
So FlyQuest is just the weird team.
Yeah, you know,
Very
we
good.
can be good, we can be bad. You know.
Very good. Well, is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Thank you to all my fans for supporting me. I know like it's been a rough first few weeks, and I hope we can pull it together in the upcoming weeks. And shout outs to Snickers 5 Hour, you know, for keeping us energized and, you know, filled and,
Cool, yeah.
you know,
Not hungry.
Yeah, not hungry. You know, you're not yourself when you're hungry.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching.
Yeah. Interesting. Maybe you guys did really well on stage today. Maybe you were hungry before the game.
So actually,
Joke.
I changed up my pregame ritual every time. Like, I'm just like, this one's unlucky, that one's unlucky. So today I had shin ramen
Okay.
and turned to be winning ritual. So I might have it again next time.
Cool. Shin Ramen. There you go. That's the third. That's the third sponsor you need to get. Thanks so much for the interview. Really appreciate it. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Hello. I hope you enjoyed that interview brought to you by Omni/. Did you know that people who subscribe to this YouTube channel are more beautiful and handsome? That's a fact. Think about it.